And we're back. Welcome back. It's 3:30. We're getting ready for our Miami Esports Overwatch homecoming, and it sounds like they're just about to get ready in game. We've got a good game, hopefully, here for you guys. We are playing against Toronto or University of Toronto Varsity Blues team, and yeah, if we want to head over there, I think they said that it's ready. I know we're very excited. We're looking for some
We're looking forward to actually seeing some action in this
some
game and
action.
not a disqualification or a
A
forfeit.
Forfeit. Yep. Hopefully, some good Overwatch gets played here. I know we talked about it earlier. We're looking for some. They were playing some Ramatra, Juno, Kiri earlier. Fast paced brawl. We're kind of thinking about Diva, Winston, just dive characters, very movement based characters. Um,
Our first map is going to be Lijiang Tower with Control Point, which is a very interesting map in the way that all three of the maps are quite different from each other, especially with what teams can be played on each one effectively.
hmm A lot of brawl is very main focused on that. I guess on let's see here, it's Garden and Night Market. We can probably expect maybe a bit like maybe if they're really wanting to play a dive, those are the two that you would want see it on. But again, it's very brawl centric.
Control Center will probably expect heavy brawl, May
Very
Reaper,
the
fast paced Lucio,
oh yeah,
Juno, Kiri.
the inside confined spaces makes for a very good brawl centric meta.
Granted, that's what both teams have been practicing for in their scrims.
hmm
So hopefully we'll see some good gameplay here today.
Can't wait. Let's see here. We've got, like we talked about earlier, we've got Bonesaw, Shocker, Pooter, Scooter, Winter, and Nitrous Oxide. All will be our main starting roster today. We've got, I think all of these are returning players, so sophomores, juniors, seniors, and they kind of, hopefully I think they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they have a lot of experience under the belt. This is I think the first time we've done collegiate homecoming because it's the first time Blizzard has brought it for this year. But they have many practices and competitive scenes like this with ECE or
CECC, yeah.
CECC. My mistake. But yeah, so they have much practice playing together. They scrim nearly every night together. So hopefully we'll see some good communication with them, good gameplay.
Absolutely. We don't know much about this University of Toronto team. Uh, I don't know if we've ever played them before. I don't know if
Yeah, I don't know either.
you don't think so.
We'll see what they bring. They're also
hmm
1-0 currently. We don't know if their team also forfeited or not. Apparently, that's a very common occurrence today for a lot of teams.
Yep. Our Smash team had that happen. Somebody DQ'd. Somebody had a bye week for some reason. I don't know. There's and we're going into gameplay right now. Here we are. We're on Night Market here. Pooter Scooter on the Ramatra, just like we were talking about. Anna, Juno, against a Wrecking Ball, Farah, Anna Juno. Very common. Looking for the Farah. Oh yeah.
Wrecking Ball is an interesting choice on this map, especially running with
lasering them down. Holy cow!
Wow, yeah, heavy pressure for
And
Miami.
Bonesaw getting that starting pick against the Farah. Farah on Farah dogfight in the air.
Winter providing very good protection for the Ana.
And Miami takes the first point. Let's see here. University of Toronto kind of needs to group up here. After that,
a lot of them are really split.
Yep.
Nice headshot. I don't know if they have the recall up.
Pooter Scooter going straight in there.
Ana really low.
On a dead. Good starting pick.
Good pick for. Nice.
What a shot.
One nice headshot from Winter.
and they're just kind of,
They're just gonna clean up the stragglers for
yeah,
this fight. This is like
University of Toronto kind of staggering themselves a little bit if anybody dies here.
alt economy looking very good for Miami right now.
Oh yeah,
Pretty much 4 out of 6 players, all 60%. Meanwhile, in Toronto, only about 2 nearing 60%.
absolutely.
Oh, but we have a switch as well.
All
It,
right,
it looks like University of Toronto's committing to full dive in order to get rid of that on, and it worked.
that's unfortunate. Shocker going down to Hypothesis, the wrecking ball player, forcing themselves onto point. Hypothesis just kind of,
Good counter pick. They managed to get the tank. That's a lot of
yeah,
pressure off Miami.
he kind of went
Oh,
out of LOS, and now we're using Juno ult.
Juno putting a lot of pressure. Oh, anti-nade
Oh,
though.
big anti.
But it looks like
No
Toronto
one's there
backed
to,
off.
yep, no one's there to follow up on that. And everybody just kind of gets cleaned up again.
Buddha Scooter really close to that Nemesis, and we have Bob as well. Bob, one of the most powerful DPS ults in the game currently, just for its contesting potential.
True. We've got to be careful about Bonesaw using his, what is that called? Well, I can't
Barrage.
even think. Barrage, thank you. Using his barrage.
Too many names.
Oh yeah, for real. More characters every
Oh,
other.
switch to Winston. Oh, Nano Monkey. Bob
There,
comes out.
Bob goes out into a little bit of a strange spot. I
Monkey's
think.
very low.
Bob getting no value,
No, Bob got the Winston.
and Ramatra using
A lot of ults coming
Scooter
out.
using his ult, getting everything. This is the final fight here, actually.
Final fight, wow. Yeah,
That went a lot faster than I thought it would.
My University of Toronto didn't even really get to touch the point very much, aside
Yeah.
from at the end.
I
And
think-
even then, Miami University still had 2 ults in the bag.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of the problem might have been with Hypothesis, the wrecking ball, kind of overextending a bit. He forced himself onto point a couple different times, but no one else was there to follow up behind him, and it kind of cost them the map a little bit, I think. Oh, and we're going into a pause. Don't know what that's for. And
Oh.
yeah, so it looks like Bonesaw's monitor died or something.
Yeah,
Black
unfortunately,
screen of death.
come back to the casters for a bit of talk of that round.
Yeah, no, I think that went really well for us. We had great alt economy, and
Great.
what were you gonna say?
Yeah, great alt economy. There was a lot of pressure from Pooter Scooter, and there wasn't much counter pressure from University of Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
The wrecking ball can't really put a lot of counter pressure, especially on something like a Ramatra. And while the monkey was a good switch to counter the backline, at the end of the day, if the supports have sufficient defense from the Ash, and especially with the Bob coming out, the monkey can't really do much, even after
Mhm.
getting one pick. Because then, while the monkey jumps into the backline of Miami, Pooter just runs in with Nemesis form on their defenseless backline then, because they only had a Tracer Genji, which can't really provide very sufficient defense for the healer, especially in Ana.
Yeah, and absolutely, and even if Pooter Scooter doesn't have Nemesis form, one of his abilities, it's the like gravitic flux, or no, that's Sigma's ult. I don't remember what it's called, but it goes out and it sucks all the players to the ground, right? And so that causes Monkey to jump in and not be able to jump back out of the way. So he just kind of gets pressured, and yeah, it just kind of happens. And here we go, going back into the game. It looks like
for round 2 of map 1, it seems we are in the control center, a very brawl-heavy map.
yes. It looks like we're going on to the Venture on both teams, or no, Venture just on Miami. Toronto kind of hovered
very brawl-heavy comps here from both teams.
Mm-hmm. Starting out on that Symmetra, getting over there, and
switch to Tracer,
both,
getting that teleporter, and both teams do it.
Tracer Genji. Here we are fighting in
the Brig pick for Toronto could go well here, especially against the Tracer from Winter.
True.
And that's putting some pressure on their tank as well. The Ramatra's both using Nemesis form, very chaotic. Pooter Scooter managing to make that space to give them the main area on the left.
Mm-hmm. University of Toronto kind of falling back, trying to regroup a bit.
Winter's looking for a dive target.
Hypothesis going straight in.
Big pick on the Genji.
Genji getting hit, going down.
They're gonna collapse on this. Definitely gonna collapse on this. Brig's
Absolutely.
low. Brig is like one shot.
Pooter Scooter going
nice.
ham.
Very nice,
Juno.
very nice pick from Bonesaw there that allowed them to collapse.
Let's just clean up. Miami taking point already. And it looks like even
nice
a bit of staggers.
Wonderful stagger from Miami.
Yeah, that's kind of massive actually. The new way that, and we got a replay here. Pooter Scooter going straight in, killing that brig.
Just not much they can do there with,
Yeah.
especially with double supports for Puder there,
Oh yeah.
especially with the Juno ring.
And that Miami just kind of stuck there, and they're going in.
Oh, the wall kind of putting pressure on them instead of the enemy team for Toronto.
Dude,
Wonderful,
Pooter Scooter going
doing
crazy. Oh my goodness, what an annihilation.
He's
The
emoting.
disrespect.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
You get, the Winton.
Winton.
You have to give it. You do have to give credit to the sports though, keeping him alive through that.
Absolutely. Venture also doing really good work there. A lot of AoE damage coming
displacing
in.
the team. Oh,
yeah.
very big.
Getting down
Brig
to
ult comes
30
out from Toronto. Kirgo ult.
Everything's
Everything's coming out.
Going out. We got Blizzard. We've got Ventures.
Oh, Blizzard. So far, it's currently still even, but a lot of Toronto's members are very low.
Very low. Winter Solace going down.
OWCH the only
Pooter Scooter staying alive.
Big nemesis for him.
And it's just May.
Just another cleanup.
And then there was one.
That was 4 ults from Toronto.
The stagger is crazy. Holy cow.
Yeah, there was 4 ults there from Toronto, and they couldn't get the cleanup.
Something new to know is the way that they changed wave respawns in competitive matches. Now it's 14 seconds after the first player, and then each player after that comes in and joins that timer. So, but after it gets to a certain time, like 6 seconds remaining, a new wave starts. So anybody dying while
Staggers makes a big difference now.
A much bigger
for
difference.
This new competitive style. And it looks like they do have a touch. It's even. Winter's looking for a pulse, and then they do have Nemesis form coming out from Pooter.
Hypothesis going down. They don't really have any supports on the side of
There's
University
only
of
Lucio
Toronto.
left. There's not much he can do here.
And they go down.
Map 1.
Map
Miami.
1 goes to Miami.
Very solidly. Not even a single point of percent getting from Toronto.
Absolutely.
They put up a good fight, but honestly, I just felt a lot of that was the amount of pressure that Pooter was able to emit allowed his DPSs to like find space, especially for Bonesaw. The amount of times he did the drill dive and manages to push like 2 people out of place looking for an anti, or for Pooter just going to Nemesis form to get space.
Absolutely, and here we have a few highlights. This is first map.
Pooter pretty much just doing cleanup without the tank there to defend the team. It's pretty easy for him to just find all the squishies and break them down.
Didn't feel like there was a whole lot the University of Toronto could do. I mean, also on our side, I mean, our supports were on Miami's side. Our supports were absolutely solid. Even when they did get dove on that first map, nothing the tank could do, or even the DPS, because the teamwork, the Pooter Scooter kind of falling back, like peeling for the tanks or for the supports, really helped to just solidify pressure and being able to stay alive. I mean, I don't know how many times we even died. I don't think that they got many kills.
No, there wasn't much death from our side.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to point out is that Winter on the Tracer, and then also when he was playing, I think it was the Ashen on round 1.
Yep.
The amount of safety he gave to the healers, especially when they were on Ana or Kiri, when they got dove, like anytime if he was Tracer, instantly blink back to the rest of the backline, and then if he was on Ashe, just he threw the bomb out immediately when the Winston jumped in. Like you also have to give it to, and then Bonesaw, I feel like might have been one of the secret MVPs of the round for second round, just because the amount of times he hit the drill dive on Venture and pushed like completely screwed up positioning for the DPS and the tanks, and allowed Pooter just to like shield off the healers from the actual tanks and DPS, like limiting the healing to like 0, and the amount of damage he was putting out with that drill dash.
Yeah, absolutely. No, Venture was really a key part. Her AoE damage does so much, like has so much pressure when they're going in as a team. Yeah, here we go. I mean,
yeah, him finding that one pick allowed all of the team just to collapse on the enemy.
There's another one, just doing so much damage and being able to
put pressure on the
enemy
and
team.
Then the stackers as well, where they really knew how to focus other people out. On another note, we just got info that the next map will be Esperanza, which will be very interesting. For some reason, I can't.
Going into a push map after Control is a bit strange.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. I wonder if it's just any map that they want to play, as long as they haven't played like the same mode. Yeah. So Esperanza, very open map, very mobile
Yeah, very
map.
very mobile map. Clash is also a very volatile game mode. Things can change on the flip of a coin just depending on one fight.
Hmm.
Like
And we're heading into game right now. We should expect. I think a lot of the same stuff. I think.
probably a lot of the same starter picks, and then
Mhm.
going based off that.
Yeah. I know in like the ranked competitive scene, a lot of tank players decide to go Junker Queen, being able to put a lot of like holding on to that shout and being able to give their team a lot of health in the middle of fights, being able to speed yourself around kind of helps a lot. It looks like we're looking at an Orisa Juno Kiri, kind of similar to what we were talking about
Yeah.
earlier with the Ramatra.
Well, maybe a Nana.
Juno Ana, even the same thing, being able to anti
Yeah.
and
Pretty similar team comp from Miami, just a
mhm.
different tank.
Yep.
And then from Unis for Toronto, they're going to try the Winston again.
We're looking
However,
at
this time with Echo, which honestly will put a lot of pressure onto Bonesaw on the Pharah.
absolutely. We're looking at a really hot, heavily dive team, whereas Miami's kind of going for like a fast speed brawl. I think that if University can pull this off, University of Toronto being able to pull this off would mean like going on to that Juno and getting her down immediately. The
A big
Shocker,
pick from Shocker, though, onto the Tracer. But
absolutely.
they're going to try collapsing from that. The Kiri, no Suzu or teleport from
Kiri
Kiri.
won.
That's
Kiri down.
now it's just cleanup from here.
Yep.
Toronto's going to
Monkey.
try to get out to regroup.
Winston's
We'll
running
see
away.
if Winter gets caught here or not, but I think he still has the recall, so he's playing pretty safe here, even with being this aggressive.
Absolutely. I think here what's going to happen is they're going to come through that archway. They're going to get a contest probably as the bot is pushing right around this area. One or two maybe fights left if they can contest fast enough. Yeah, there's the Winston going in
no
alone.
jump or
There's nobody there with him. I don't think.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of miscommunication from Toronto and Manapod there. And then also, this is just kind of a bad tank matchup for the Winston as well. He needs his DPS to really be with him in order to even survive against that Orisa.
True, true. It looks like Toronto has pushed it all the way kind of back to
To a middle
their
point,
barrier.
but they're losing people slowly but surely.
Yeah, they're just completely
But it
staggering
looks like
themselves.
Bonesaw, they found a pick on Bonesaw though.
Pulse Bomb coming out, getting Suzu though, not being able to do anything. Winter and Puder Scooter going in there, kind of holding that area. But see, like this is the thing. Their monkey or their tank goes in with nobody to follow, and Puder Scooter just peels for the back line, being able to
Hit with the spear and then the javelin.
act exactly. There's nothing that the Phantoms can do here. Wait a minute, I just realized Phantoms comes in for hypothesis.
Yeah, they had a sub out for their tank player.
Yeah, and maybe a few others actually. I don't know if
The ult economy here also seems like pretty much all teams are coming up on at least 4 ults. 5 for Toronto,
yeah,
this will be probably a big fight here.
this is gonna be Shocker going
Kinda
in and
low.
using Suzu. Not having Suzu at the beginning of this fight could be dangerous here. Puder Scooter
Scooter's
going
getting
low.
kind of low, and then the beam from that. Okay, here comes the ults. Pulse bomb. No Suzu from. Big
Ooh.
barrage combo
Barrage and
between
Terra Surge goes
Bonesaw and
crazy,
Hooter Scooter.
and it's just this Echo left.
Toronto used 3 ults there. Miami used 2. Better ult economy here for Miami currently. Especially since Toronto used most of their DPS or heavy damaging ults. They have just support and survivability with the 2 ults they have left now.
And Winston getting just completely out of position, getting staggered way out of the way.
Oh, big spear though.
Yeah, if we can get that, if Miami kills that Kiri, it would it's not looking very good for Toronto to say the
Toronto
least.
here, no.
So where's Monkey going? He's just kind of going into the enemy team. He's gonna primal here.
Juno coming out. Monkey's able to be a little bit more risky with his dive-ins when he has that primal, just for the survivability.
Missing the spear.
And Bonesaw goes down to the Echo. Talked about this earlier. Echo's one of the only big stick
Huge stick.
coming from Winter.
But it looks like Miami's just trying to kind of hold off and keep them
Miami's almost
stable.
Hooters almost to another Abyssal.
Mm-hmm.
And Bonesaw and Nitrous are about 50%. They still hold on to the Curie ult, which is a very big, could be a game-changing ult in a fight like this.
Bonesaw killing the Tracer. That means they're down one. University of Toronto's down one right now. He's look. Oh my
Oh, massive
goodness.
hit from Bonesaw. Revenge from earlier.
Oh yeah. It looks like. Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of. Miami has a whole bunch of ults right now. We've got. We're gonna probably start out with the Kiri. Miami needs to use ults before Toronto can. Yeah, here it goes.
Yeah, Toronto's about to have their own Curie ult come up here soon. If they can find a pick on that Curie before the ult goes off, this could be game ending right here.
Jumbo player going down.
Huge from Shocker. They didn't get the Curie ult off.
Monkey
this
going
might
down.
Be,
Kiri
this
down.
might be GG. Big Pooter Scooter ult. Yep, that's round.
That's round right there. Getting a full push all the way.
Yeah, they didn't. University of Toronto didn't even get a single meter.
They did get a little bit at the beginning there.
Oh no, they did. They managed to push it back.
And they forgot the bot. Yep.
Yeah. Little over aggressive from Pooter Scooter there. They all just followed him in and forgot about the bot. This was a fantastic play though.
Absolutely.
Especially after just losing Nitrous. If they didn't pull that off, that would have been really bad for Miami.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Terra Surge kind of pulling them towards. Oh, this is the beginning of the fight. Yep. No, absolutely amazing gameplay from here. I mean, pulling the Terra Surge, kind of pulling in the. Yeah, here this is pulling everybody in, and then Bonesaw just absolutely obliterating the rest of the team
With the barrage.
With the barrage, yep.
It also kind of made the two ults that Toronto did use kind of negligible. So, and Shocker, especially finding that double headshot.
Sorry, what was that? Yeah, so.
Oh.
That's game actually.
That's end of the series.
Best of 3, it looks like, and Miami takes it home. Not even letting Toronto get even a map. But yeah, Pooter Scooter going just putting so much pressure on this team, and the supports being able to keep everybody up. Nobody like there were maybe like 5 or 6 deaths overall in the entire Esperanza map. I mean, University of Toronto, it felt like wasn't able to put any pressure on anybody and was just getting staggered over and over again. Nobody was like able to just survive, you know?
Yeah. And then with the DPS, especially with like Bonesaw and Esperanza, like they were playing, the Echo was managing to put Bonesaw to low health, but every single time it happened, either a Shocker or Nitrous Oxide were there with the support, allowing him to stay alive and kill the Echo nearly every time. The Echo killed him once, and even when they did kill him once, Nitrous and Shocker were able to pull back enough so their tank could come back, and then managed to buy enough time to survive long enough for Bonesaw to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So anytime a character really died for Miami, they'd always get 1 to 2 picks right after.
Mm-hmm.
So the tempo, like Miami's tempo, never went down at all through that entire game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a bit of a roll on the side of Miami here. Not much the University of Toronto could do, but that's how it goes sometimes. I mean,
miscommunication between, especially with the dive-ins from the Monkey on Toronto. It might have been a bit of miscommunication from the team to him, and also just a timing issue, maybe.
Maybe a bit of timing, yep. But yeah, we want to thank you guys for showing up. This was a very fun cast on this dreary Saturday afternoon. Got to see some great gameplay from this Overwatch team. Can't wait to see more. We will be playing every Saturday at 2, hopefully.
Hopefully, if another team doesn't forfeit.
Yeah, but things happen, and yeah, can't wait to see you guys later.
Next week.
Next week. Thank you guys for watching.